You hungry? Well, I'm hungry. You like baseball? Well, I love that shit. Want a slice of pizza? Go to New York. You want hot weather? Come to LA. You want to break bread? Call Nick Turturro. Ready, motherfucker? Are you ready? Well, I'm fucking ready. Get ready!
Soul sacrifice. Do you know? You fucking didn't know that I could play the congas. All right, here we go. Yeah. Do it, Carlos. Nobody like fucking Santana. Woo! I ain't got my congas here. Gets me going. One time I did a solo like this, 7 fucking minutes. I busted every ring on my finger. Woo! Yeah! Soul sacrifice. They go for like 7 minutes, 9 minutes. Check this shit out. Oh yeah! Welcome to the show, motherfuckers. Here we go. Woo! Yeah. That's how you start. That's how you open the show. All right? That's how you open the show. Today, I'm not going solo. Next week, we got a lot of great guests coming in. I got my co-pilot, my son Nick, who's going to be Lee Sayat, the straight man. He's on camera. Don't get nervous. I got a fucked up hair right now.
What's wrong with your hair?
A lot of things are wrong with my hair. I'm always in search of a good haircut because very hard to cut my hair. I can't find a decent hair cutter. It's very hard. I've gone through many bad haircuts. I've jumped up out of chairs. I've ran out of shops. I get one good haircut, and then they fuck me up the second, the third time, and then it takes me 2 or 3 haircuts to get back to a good haircut. You know, I had a guy one time, Sal and Vins, years ago. Guy had scissors this big. This big. He was cutting, had a lot of hair. He was cutting my hair so wild. The scissors were this big. And then the hair was in my face, it was in my eyes. And I jumped up in the middle of the haircut and I said, stop! Stop! He goes, no, I fix. I said, no, you destroy.
Where was this?
In Valley Stream, Long Island. I ran out of the hair cutting shop. I was doing this movie, Federal Hill. And I had, he took all my hair off. I had to run down the street to some lady at like a ladies salon, and I said, can you fix my hair? He not only fucking cut it all off, he cut it crooked, everything. So I was like almost bald, but I had to straighten it out. That's just one instant. I had a guy one time on a movie, Takers. Know that movie?
Yeah, Matt Dillon, Idris Elba.
Right.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, good movie. I'm sitting in the hair chair, and some guy's cutting my hair. Not only was he cutting it crooked, I think he was drunk. Forget his. I don't know his name. Not only was he cutting it crooked, I knew something was going on. Then he cut my ear. I don't know how he cut my ear. My ear was fucking bleeding.
He was drunk.
Yeah, he was drunk. And I saw him on a Kevin James movie. He goes, how you doing? I said, oh, you're the guy that cut my ear. You're not cutting my hair. That's it. You don't cut my hair. I've had all kinds of bad haircuts. I had a haircut on Mall Cop 2 that this guy KG did at this barber shop, and he was a good barber. Gave me a haircut. I went in like they didn't know I went in. I said, you need a haircut? I said, no, because I don't trust people to cut my hair. There's a few haircutters like Larry Cherry who cut my hair, Jungle Fever. That's a great haircut.
Denzel's guy.
Denzel's guy. He works for Denzel. That's how good Larry Cherry is. My man, Larry Cherry.
Shout out Larry Cherry.
Shout him out. But he can cut hair. I have one great guy, Alan the barber, in the Bay Area. And I'm going to bring Alan in. We're going to do a live podcast. I'm going to show you what a good haircut is. When Alan comes and cuts me, it's poetry. He takes 2 hours maybe to cut me, hour and a half, but he takes his time because he wants to please me. He wants to please. I had a brother who cut hair too, Ralph, but he took 3.5 hours. He couldn't get a job. He'd be on one hair for like an hour. I'd jump up, I'd watch a movie like Ben-Hur or something. It was an all-day affair.
You just put Titanic on, like a movie like that, right?
Titanic. You need like a 4-hour movie. You need Spartacus. You need Titanic.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. You can't get a job like that. But Alan is great. He's up in the Bay Area. I found him at the KG. Anyway, KG cut my hair on Mall Cop too. I'm so ADD. Gave me a good haircut. Then after a couple of weeks, I needed a trim. So you got to match, you know what? And he didn't match it. He turned the chair around. In other words, he did one of these jobs. You know, like he turned the chair. And the thing is, you can't turn the chair when you're cutting my hair. If you turn the chair, I can't see what you're doing.
What do you like to do when you're in the chair?
No, I have to have a mirror. I need a mirror. You got a mirror? Whatever. Like that's the mirror, right? Okay, here's the mirror. So I need a mirror while you're cutting my hair. Stand behind me. Right, you're over here. You're over there. Get over there. Get over there. Now, so I gotta gauge because the fade has to be low. Yeah. The problem is what happens. Tell them what happens. That the fade goes too high.
So
no, come over here on the camera. Show them like where the fade goes. Like
so
if it goes too high.
Turn this way. So he likes it.
No, low. No, even lower. Like real low.
Very low.
Very low.
Like mid-low.
It has to be low. And then it has to be blended. I have lots of angles. Because I have mixed hair. I don't have white or black hair. I have hair that's like hard to cut. And a lot of people are like, I know how to cut your hair. And I'm like, no, you don't.
A lot of barbers, they get complacent. And it's nothing against any barbers. That's just what comes with the territory. So they cut his hair once and they do it right. And then the second time, maybe they're not paying attention. Maybe they have 10 cuts that day and he's on the 6th or 7th cut.
They lose their edge.
They go a little too high. If you go too high on him, it's the death wish.
No good. No good. Because then a bad cut, sometimes it takes me 2 cuts. Sometimes it takes me 3 cuts to get back to what I have to get. Like right now, I need a trim. I got this one guy in Van Nuys at Left Hook Barbershop.
Shout out Ricky Funes.
Shout out Ricky Funes, good boxing trainer. He gave me a good haircut, this kid. He's like 16.
Heck
now, I went one day, there was this lady that cut my hair there, and she destroyed me. I think they fired her. She was terrible. Terrible. I mean, I felt bad, but I mean, she couldn't cut my hair. Plus, she didn't speak English, so that was another problem. You gotta speak English with me. If you cut my hair, we gotta communicate.
What'd you say?
I was just trying to, tell her what to do, and she didn't understand. And I was like, oh my God, it was getting bad. And some other guy came in, he saw that I was ready to jump out of the chair, and he was like, can I help, can I help? He was trying to save the haircut, but it was a fucked up haircut. And it took me a couple of cuts. Now this kid with the frizzy hair, he's good, but he's hard to get. Every time I call, he's like booked, he's booked, he's booked. And the problem is, who knows? And he's given me a couple of good haircuts so far. But the problem is they only know how to use the guards. They don't know how to use the scissor. Like in Italy, they know how to use scissors. They know how to use scissors, Well,
the thing about barbers is a lot of them are like self-trained.
That's it.
So they didn't really, not all of them go to beauty school. Eventually, I think you have to get like the license.
Yeah.
But like a lot of them just know how to they taught themselves how to do that. And they do it good on the surface, but you're specific.
Yeah.
So
I'm very specific.
That's the problem.
You gotta be specific. It's just like in acting. It's just like anything. Even being a baseball fan, you gotta be specific. Yeah, otherwise you have no point of view. If you're not specific, then if you're general and you have general hair, then you get a general haircut. Everything about me is specific. You've got a bad haircut. You're not happy.
Man.
You're not happy. If my hair is right, I'm right. I feel better. I feel sexy. I feel better. My hair has got to be right. Even like guys like Judge, these guys, they got good barbers.
They
got
good
fades.
haircuts all the time. It's confidence.
Yeah, it's confidence. It's your look, man. So it's essential. We're going to do one. I'm going to bring Alan the barber in and show you what a really good haircut is. What a really good haircut.
It's like getting your hair braided for me. It's like if the woman doesn't do it correctly, it doesn't look good, and then it doesn't last.
Like this guy. Look at this guy. He's got long hair. Show him your hair. He thinks he's a rock star.
Here's the problem. There was a guy that came over, and I said, listen, bro, just trim the ends. Nothing crazy. He it went uneven for
didn't
months.
Listen. He didn't listen.
He's like, you good,
but you specific?
Yeah, I was. See, the thing is
you said I want to trim, right?
No, I said specific.
You said an inch?
So here's the thing. I was going to a woman who's an actual hairdresser, who just knows how to keep your hair healthy, trim the ends, get the right amount of inches. So he comes in, and my usual lingo with the woman is an inch or 2. Okay, cool, no problem. But in his mind, he doesn't know what an inch or 2 is. I really just wanted this much. and he had like that much.
Well, that's more than an inch.
He didn't listen.
Yeah.
You were there, and you're like, you're happy, right? You're happy. I said, no, I'm not happy.
No, but you didn't know when it was going on. You were like, you weren't sure. And
well,
then
you
were
can't
like,
tell the guy.
I know. You were like,
you don't want to be a douchebag because the guy's in the house.
Yeah,
like,
but the damage was done.
The damage
it's
was
just
done.
like when you go too fucking high and the fade is done. I've seen bad haircuts even on screen, and I cringe.
The thing is that it's not that they give you a bad haircut, but in your standards for yourself, it's a shit haircut.
Well, I know, like I said, I know what a good haircut is. I mean, like your friend Kyle, he's got this friend Kyle. He's always getting a nice haircut. I've gone to his guy. He did me a couple of good ones, 2 or 3, and then he did me kind of a shitty one. Not terrible, but he left me bald. Alan was right. He left me bald for the SAG Awards.
Alan got in your head.
No, he didn't get in my head. He was right. What's right is right.
I liked the haircut.
No, it was a good haircut, but it didn't come in right, so it wasn't a great haircut. My hair has to come in good. Like right now, it's long, but it came in good. It looks wild right now because I don't wear my hair like this anymore. I was thinking about highlights, but
Just grow your hair, man.
No, I need a trim. Just a trim. I'll keep the length, but I need a trim. I need it for my psyche. Anyway, we got exciting stuff going on. We're developing a pilot. Me and my son called Big Nick. We won't tell you that much about it, but it is exciting. We wrote the script, me, Little Nick, and my buddy, what's his name?
Jordan Mitchell.
Jordan Mitchell. We developed this pilot, and now it took us like 7, 8 drafts, but now it's really, really funny, really good, you know. And Nick, he says it's going to sell, so I believe him. We got Steve Carr attached.
Big
I don't want to say too much. And I'm feeling really pumped up about this Big Nick show, because it's like old school versus
Don't
new
say
school.
anything. Don't say anything.
I won't say
Don't
too
say
much.
anything.
I won't say too much.
Just let him see it when it comes out on whatever platform it does.
He's 100% sure it's gonna go. So I'm following this kid's lead.
It's a great sell. That's all I gotta say.
Why is it a great sell?
I don't need to reveal the sources. It's a great sell. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
when you see it, you'll understand what I mean.
You'll get it. We'll get it. He watches a lot of Netflix. He watches a lot of, things current, so he understands it's all about the narrative.
Yeah, a lot of these shows nowadays is like narrative, like, well, it's the same thing with like listening to a music artist.
What's that show you watch? On My Block? Some show on Netflix.
It's a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
I auditioned for it a couple years ago.
What's the narrative?
It's just kids who are 14 in the hood. It's the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're like, it comes off a little soft because, they're actors, but, it's a fun show to watch. I enjoy it. It's just good. I remember auditioning for it, and then when it came out, I was like, oh, this is the show.
I remember you auditioning. You were making the tape in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went in for it. It was cool. I was like, oh, this is cool.
It's not great acting.
I'm not going to say that. No.
But, it works. It works, right?
I like the show.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, there's a lot of not great acting, but what am I going to say? I'm an actor. So,
you're very harsh. You're very harsh.
I'm kind of harsh, but,
What do you think about the shows that are out right now? Like, what do you like to watch? I know you've been binging
The Last OG.
Last OG. Shout out Tracy.
I love it. Because I like Tracy. Because Tracy can act.
That's your longest yard boyfriend.
Yeah. He's my longest yard boyfriend. But he can act very well. And it's a great show. If anybody hasn't watched it, it's got heart. It's got soul. And Tracy's he's just funny, man.
He's real.
He's real. He makes shit funny that isn't even funny on the page. That's when you know you got a good actor. That's when you know you got somebody interesting. They can take a piece of dialogue, not the greatest fucking dialogue, and they can make it funny. Like, I've made things funny, like eating a sandwich one time. People were like, I didn't know that was funny. And I was like, what? It wasn't funny. I made it funny. You understand? I made your words funny. It wasn't funny because how I said it was funny.
Tell him about Brucey.
Yeah, Brucey was like nothing at the beginning.
On the paper.
Nothing. It was a little part. And Adam Sandler liked what I was doing. He said, dude, man, you're funny. And I was like, yeah, thank you. I had a few lines, and then he just kept giving me a few more lines. And he always say, here, throw me the ball. Have Turturro say this. Have him say that. And I was just right there. He'd hand the ball off, and I went in for the touchdown. And it became like a little rinky-dink part became like a great thing. I had no idea. But that's when you go in there and you make a mountain out of nothing. You know what I mean? You could be eating a sandwich and it becomes all about the fucking sandwich. You know what I mean? It comes. That's what good acting is. That's why you can never take it for granted. Even if you have a couple of lines, you have to do the best you can. And it's hard. It's hard when you don't have a big scene because you don't have a long time to really get in there and get your feet planted. That's why it's not easy to shine in those little like parts that are not, you know, they're not glorified at all.
2 lines in a scene is harder than 10 lines in a scene.
Very hard.
Because 10 lines...
Because you're thrown in there.
You think with the 10 lines... Like I've acted a little bit. But with 10 lines, you have to prepare. And then once you're there, it's just a flow. It's not too hard when you're there.
Yeah.
It's still hard.
Well, it's like a pinch hitter.
But it's like...
Right?
But you come in with 1 line, and there's 10 lines before you.
That's why it's
all
hard.
you have to say is, hey, Chief, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
And you could fuck that up.
Yeah, it's hard. Like NYPD Blue, the beginning time, I had a few lines here and there. I had a line at the beginning. I was, I'm up for that. Okay, detective. And they would go, when you said, I'm up for that. Wow, that was beautiful. I didn't even know what I was doing. I really didn't know what I was doing. It was completely like, because I was a nervous wreck, and I was playing it like a virgin, like a rookie. I said, well, all these guys are older. I've never played a cop. I'm a young guy. And I'm like, okay, detective, hi. I'm up for that. Hands up! And they'd say, when you said hands up, I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Who said that to you?
Oh, the producers of the show. And
like Milch and all them?
Yeah, David Caruso even said to me one time, I go, am I doing okay? Am I doing all right? And he goes, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Whatever you're doing, don't let them mess with you. Don't let them fuck with you. And I said, what does he mean? I didn't quite understand. And I realized that there was something going on, and just be protective of who you are, what you got. But my eyes were open, and I was like watching and learning at the same time, but applying. I was maybe doing things from being inexperienced, maybe doing it naturally by accident, you would say. You have some natural talent. So sometimes there's beauty in that, but you have to learn to...
You have to tap in.
Yeah, you have to tap in and take that natural ability, natural talent, and you learn from masters and you see how they work and that they use themselves. You can't give up yourself. It's just like you're taking that acting class. Now he's taking an acting class in the Valley.
Meisner technique.
There's a Meisner technique that I did with this guy, Bob Modica, who was kind of insane.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, great teacher. Loved him. Stirred his coffee with a switchblade. With a fucking switchblade. He was in the Marines. And, you know, it was all about you put your attention on me. I put my attention on you. And whatever you're seeing, you do it. You know what I mean? It's like you're looking at me right now. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
You're serious.
I'm serious.
You're serious.
I'm serious.
You're serious.
Yes, I'm serious.
You're serious.
Yes, I'm serious.
You're serious.
I know I'm serious.
You know 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 you're serious.
Yeah, I know I'm serious.
You find that funny.
I find it funny.
You find it funny.
I find it funny.
You find it funny.
I find it funny.
You find it funny.
See, that's the exercise. That's the exercise.
It's repetition.
It's repetition, but it's staying in the moment. It's staying in the moment to moment, because that's what great acting's about. A lot of it's, you know, you got to put your attention on people, but you have to take from them. And he was truthful. I'll give him that. He stayed in the moment, and he wasn't trying to manipulate the situation. He wasn't trying to go to his head. It's not about going to your head. It's about you have to stay in the moment.
Just let it happen.
Let it happen. And that's what really great acting is about. And it's not easy, but it's way harder than it looks. Way harder than it looks.
So back to TV shows. What you think about Game of Thrones?
I don't watch it. I'm not on board. I'm not a Game of Thrones fucking... I'm not one of these Game of Thrones people, man. I don't know. I'm not with it. I don't like things where it becomes groupiest. You know, it's like I'm a groupie. I'm like, get home, man. You're too in it. I ask a question, you're like, you're telling me you don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a fan of that genre. I mean,
it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. If I watched the first season, I don't know if I would get hooked.
So for you Game of Thrones fans, it's like what, 8 now? It was the 2nd episode, and Jaime Lannister arrives in Winterfell.
Talk up.
Jaime Lannister arrives in Winterfell, And basically,
give me your energy.
We tell him,
Fucking
listen,
guy,
if you're
put
gonna
you on
watch
the show, give me energy.
if you're gonna watch the show, if you're gonna watch it with us, don't ask questions. You're too deep. Jamie Lannister and Bran have a moment. This is the first time he's seen him since he threw him off the ledge. And he goes, "Oh, is that his son?" We said, "What the fuck? Stop talking.
I know.
You're too deep. You're too deep."
I got my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, this cousin. Oh!
So and then
And they're analyzing the show while it's going on.
Daenerys is having a moment with Sansa. "Oh, is that her sister?" "No, you're too deep. You're too deep."
Fuck deep.
"Why is there dragons?"
Oh my
Stop.
God. Dragons. And who gives a shit? I don't. It ain't Sopranos. It ain't Entourage. It ain't Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Those are all like different shows. Game of Thrones is like a saga, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand, you know. I never watched Breaking... What was it?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Not Breaking Bread.
I don't know. Breaking Bread. That's my show. We're here to break bread.
But Cranston's a great actor.
Yeah, Cranston was great.
He's great.
And I'm sure the Game of Thrones, I mean, terrific actors. You got that
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage guy is great. It's well done. It just... I don't know if it appeals to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm not... Maybe I don't have the mindset for it. And maybe, I mean, it probably is great.
It's a lot of investment.
Yeah, but I mean, if I watched the first season, do you think I would get hooked?
I think you would, because the first season...
Are you into it?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
The first season's
what
awesome.
is it that sucks you in about it? What is it? I want to just hear it.
It's just great overall dynamic. Good characters, good story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of sex, right? How's the sex? Is it good?
It's a lot of incest sex.
A lot of incest?
Yeah, there's a lot of brothels, a lot of incest sex, a lot of sex. It's very wild.
What else does it have?
The lead actress is like butt naked in the first season, like full on, and she gets banged out by Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
Do they show much?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like full on.
I have to watch the first season.
She's great.
Before I
in the
can
show,
really
though.
comment on it, I'll sit down. Maybe I'll make it like a theme throughout Breaking Bread. Okay, what did you think of episode? What's the first season? 10 episodes?
Yeah, it's 10, and each episode's about an hour or so.
I don't think I can watch one a night. That's not one I can binge watch.
You can, but it's
Nah.
your body's destroyed after like 3.
Nah. I'll have to give it a shot. But right now, I'm not. You know, Game of Thrones means nothing in my life. But you know, hey, listen, I am a different bird, and I like different things than the rest. So, you know, that's what I don't like when everybody is like so like, you know, obsessed with things. But you know, that's this world, and I'm not gonna knock it. It's maybe not my cup of tea. I might not be someone else's cup of tea. But what are you gonna do?
Would you see Avengers?
I'd see it, but I mean, you went to see it. How was it? You said you cried.
Oh, I cried.
Why'd you cry?
I can't give the spoiler, but all I can say is like, damn.
Don't give it away.
I'm not gonna give it away. I was just like, damn. I was really sad.
How many movies? How many Avenger movies? I think I tried out for one.
So it's not. No, it's not that it's how many Avenger movies. So, like what? 11 years ago, Iron Man.
Did you read?
Yeah, I'm eating. Iron Man 1 came out, right? We saw that at ArcLight like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So from that movie, they had 3 Iron Mans, a couple Captain Americas, a couple Hulks, Black Panther, Thor, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. You try out for Ant-Man and more, I think. And basically,
These are all in the
they
Marvel.
all yes. So this whole series
So how many movies?
in total 22 movies.
22 movies.
And there's 4 Avengers. And the last one was like the end of the era for that side.
Oh.
So like, and some stuff happens in the movie, and it's just like, the ending was really sad for itself, but the ending was sad in just like life standards. Like there was a line in the movie that was just like, you just kind of grabbed your neck. You're like, damn.
That's another thing. Avengers. I never saw one of them, I think.
But you saw Iron Man, so you like Downey.
Oh, I saw Iron Man.
You like Downey Jr. He's great.
I love Downey. Is that part of the Avengers series?
Yes. Well, he's like the.
Didn't he make a couple Iron Man?
They made 3. He's the main guy, like in the Avengers.
Forgive me, because I'm like, you know.
He's prehistoric, like Mike Rapp said.
Mike Rappaport, my buddy, said, you know, I'm a little behind the times, trying to catch up. But I am. I'm relevant, but I'm also prehistoric at the same time. I contradict myself left and right. What else we're talking about? Avengers. Rap game. My son's a rapper. Did you know he's a rapper? He's gonna be, you know, he is a rapper. He's working on it.
You know,
he's written a lot of rap songs.
Got a lot of stuff in the works.
Where did all that start anyway?
Who
was the first guy to get you going?
Well, I've always liked rap music because I grew up around it, but like I didn't ever think about it until.
I mean, Travis Scott is your guy, right?
Yeah, until I saw him live.
Yeah.
Like,
he saw him live how many times? A lot, right?
I saw him live like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, tell him what happened. Like you would see him and he would jump in the crowd.
It was
all this
it
stuff.
was just nuts, man. Like
and then one time, what happened? Like he jumped in the crowd.
He like gave me the mic and I rapped a song for him. It was crazy.
And he came to you, right?
Yeah. And I'm cool with his camp and stuff. Like I know his dudes.
And then he told you. You have it on YouTube. Can you pull it up?
I don't have it. It's not on YouTube.
Where is
it? But he said like at the time, this was like 3 years ago. He goes, no one's rapped that shit harder than me.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. And then like,
what's your name? You say your name?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, I was like, I'm Nick Turturro and you're my motherfucking idol or something like that.
I'm Nick Turturro, I'm your motherfucking idol.
It was at the Forum. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was at the Forum.
You
he was on a high, like, I'm rapping with Travis Scott. And I'm like, what?
I was like 16.
The fuck is this Travis Scott guy?
Biggest star, one of the biggest stars in the world now.
Yeah. Why is he so big?
He's big because
I mean, he's good. He is good.
No,
he can perform.
So here's the thing, like it's the same thing with music and like anything TV. The narrative of people, right?
So what's his narrative?
His narrative is that he has the best live concert in rap. That's not a debate. And he tours at the biggest levels now, like arenas.
Yeah.
And his music, his production is just on another level, and he creates an essence that is, in my opinion, untouchable. Like the likes of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, who are just straight lyricists, who are supposedly like the best rappers right now, which I think they are.
Who?
J. Cole and Kendrick. They say
I like J. Cole.
They say he's great.
Yeah.
And if they're saying he's great, then they understand why he's great. And it's like you have to see him live to really get what he's trying to do.
Right.
And like I even told Rappaport about that. I was like, bro, I understand like you like what you like, but like don't discredit the guy because he's not your speed. Like the dude is like he's legit.
But 10, 20 years from now, you think he'll be remembered?
100%.
You think he'll be like a guy that's revered?
Well, here's the thing. When he came up under Kanye. Because he was similar. Like, Kanye wasn't a rapper first.
You just told me something the other night that was interesting. We were watching this old concert. What was the name of that?
It was The Chronic.
The Chronic.
It was the tour with, like, Cube, Eminem, Dre,
Eminem, Drake,
Snoop. Not Drake, Dre.
Oh, Dre. I'm sorry. Love Dr. Dre, by the way.
It's their tour when they played in Boston, and it was
But
insane.
you said Kanye kind of wrecked... Well, change the game somewhat, or
here's the thing, like
what were you saying?
Like you gotta understand, like the dudes like Kanye and Drake came up, like they're dudes who like they didn't represent like as personalities what rap was at their time. Mm-hmm. So like when Kanye was coming up, he was producing for Jay, I think Cam. He was just, that was like, you know, that whole street rap thing.
He was producing, which meant like...
He makes the beats.
He makes the beats, right?
He makes the beats.
And they wouldn't let him rap? What was the story? They wouldn't let him rap?
They didn't think he was a rapper. Then nobody would sign him. He was just a great producer. And,
but he was.
And Dame and Biggs gave him an opportunity to rap, and, you know.
And he proved them wrong.
And
then Jay got behind him, right?
Jay did, and then, you know, the story's told.
I mean, Kanye is Kanye.
The thing about Kanye is that he's
I became a fan. I'm not even a rap connoisseur. I like old rap personally. I like Dr. Dre. I like Biggie Smalls. I mean, Tupac. I mean, Snoop. I mean, these guys. I mean, these young cats today, they can't hold a candle.
Don't disrespect
them. No,
them.
they're good, but they're not as good as those guys. I'm sorry.
It's a different world.
It's a different world, but they're good for what they are. But Kanye is interesting because he's like in the middle of the old and the new. He's trying to. You gotta admit, Kanye is like he's a transitional dude, man.
Well, what Kanye does is that whatever is like cool or at the moment,
he jumps on it, right?
He either jumps on it and puts his tag on it,
even fashion, right?
No, wait, let me speak.
Well, go ahead.
He either jumps on it and puts his tag on it, or he creates something that like is revolutionary. Now, like in comparison, if you want to compare him and Travis, what their comparisons are is that their production and their essence is like cinematic. Okay. And that's what a lot of like, the thing is with a lot of these dudes is like, for me, like the beats are a huge part of it, but at some point it gets repetitive. And when things are cinematic, you can visualize what you see. And there's a lot of dudes today, there's a lot of dudes who have songs where their beats are like cinematic. Mm-hmm. And you can go to like Coachella and just look at the sky and you can vision the song just watching in the sky. You can be sober as hell too, but it's cinematic. And that's what only some guys can do that are today that have that production.
But Kanye has that.
Kanye will always have that.
Yeah.
Travis has that.
Yeah.
Drake has that.
Yeah. Drake's a phenomenon too. I didn't realize he's been a phenomenon for like, I was having an argument one night, like, who's the biggest star, Justin Bieber or Drake? And he was like, it's Drake, it's Drake. And I guess Drake's longevity is off the wall. I just didn't know. I didn't realize it. And there were a lot of songs that were Drake songs that I didn't know they were Drake.
I put in
Drake's gonna be in my show, by the way. We wrote Drake in. A lot of rappers are gonna be in my show, Big Nick. They don't know it, but they're gonna be in it.
I put in the terms like
or
this.
Somebody will play them.
I said a movie star can have 10 movies, and 7 of the 3 can be hits and 3 can be flops.
Yeah.
Now imagine you have a guy who every single year put out a movie that was a hit.
Right.
That's Drake.
That's Drake. He's got a hit movie. He's almost like Adam Sandler.
Essentially,
right?
Yeah.
Adam had a run of like hits.
Essentially,
it's amazing. 10 years of hits.
Imagine Adam Sandler had Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and Longest Yard in 1 year that he put out.
Wow.
And that's Drake.
Wow.
Like he had some of the biggest songs of like last year.
Why has he been so successful?
Because his music appeals to everybody. You have to think about it in the sense like. When you look at him...
Is he very artistic, you think, bud?
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah. But he's smart, right?
His approach to everything is smart. He gets people behind him.
Yeah. And he was an actor, too, right?
He was an actor on Degrassi as a kid when he was about my age.
Kid from Canada, right?
Yeah, he's a... I mean, you got to...
Interesting dude.
You got to think about it in the sense, how do you put out a song where you go, Kiki... Do you love me? And it turns into one
Kiki,
dude doing a dance, and the whole world did the dance.
And the whole world's going, Kiki, do you love me?
It's unreal.
I wish I could do it. He can do it. He can dance. He can dance. He can rap. He can't sing as good as me. He acts a little bit, so he's got a couple of, he could be a triple threat. Good looking, Well, look, I'm telling you, that's what I mean. The rap game, wrote a pilot, this freaking guy.
It's a lot
and
to
now
handle.
we got some big fights this weekend.
We got Canelo Jacobs.
Canelo Jacobs. What do you think about that? What's the rumor? Canelo's probably going to win.
So here, let me give. I'll give a pick.
There's all these great guys out there. There's a lot of good fighters, and there's a couple of great fighters.
Give your pick for this weekend. What do you have?
I have Canelo with a maybe late stoppage.
You think he stops Jacobs?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think he's too talented. He's in the prime of his career, and he's kind of explosive. I mean, Triple G knocked him down, but I think he'll give Canelo some... He might give him a run for his money, but I think maybe Canelo will stop him. I mean, it's not impossible that, there's an upset. Never impossible, but I don't see it.
I think Jacobs will take him the distance. Unless they go in a war... And knowing Canelo, he don't want to do that again. He already went through 2.
He went through 2 wars.
He doesn't need to go through another one.
That's why I say it's going to be a late stoppage, I think.
So, yeah. I think maybe it goes to decision, Canelo. But I don't know. Danny Jacobs is great.
He's a great fighter.
I'm never going to count him out.
I won't count him out.
I love Danny Jacobs.
And I mean, I'm rooting for him. I mean, I'm not a Canelo fan, but I do respect the dude. He can fight. He proved to me against Triple G. He guy's got a chin, an iron chin. He's a tough fucking guy, man.
I rewatched his Floyd highlights, and
he was young.
Insane how green he was.
He was really green.
He was like...
I mean, Floyd got him at the right time.
His footwork was awful in that fight. He didn't. But he
didn't press Floyd.
But you gotta know something about Floyd. His style can make you change your style of fighting. Like he has this thing where you get in your head.
All right, but for argument's sake, say Floyd gets into the shape of his life today, and I mean within 6 months, a year, say Floyd decides to come out, have 100 million, 200 million, whatever, 300 million, Could Floyd take him today? Could Floyd figure out a way? I mean, he's still in great shape. He eats McDonald's. I'm with you, Floyd. We eat Big Macs. Got to get him fresh. Buy a Big Mac, fresh. That's how you order it. I don't care. Say it 10 times at the window. I want my Big Mac fresh.
That's not even an ad. That's just the truth.
That's the truth. It's one of the best burgers in the world. Floyd knows what I'm talking about. Anyways,
you're asking me
if Floyd gets in the shape of his life, could he beat Canelo today? Today.
Yes, under these circumstances.
I want to hear him.
Number one, there's a catch weight, 155, because he's going to fight at 160 so he can earn more belts. So that would be one thing. Number two, rehydration policy. I think he could beat him under that. And number three, I think he's that fucking good.
Floyd?
Yes. I think he's that good.
Yeah, but is he hungry to do that?
If there's
Is he
money,
that hungry to fight Canelo again and risk that? Because now it's a legitimate loss.
That's a legitimate challenge.
I mean, he knew he was going to. The thing about Floyd, the brilliance is he's great, but he always knew he had one up. He had one up on Pacquiao. He had one up on a lot of people. It was never like, okay, it's Duran and Leonard. It was never like, it's a real even. He always has to have the edge, even with McGregor. He knew, he didn't train.
That was a joke.
That was an exhibition.
We love McGregor,
we
but
love,
it was a joke.
Man, whatever. It was fun. And we love, Paulie's our guy.
Paulie's our family.
Anyway, is Paulie going to fight McGregor? Well, he's going to kill Artem. You know that. We're going to be there. We're going to be there, Paulie, to see you knock out Artem Lobov, whatever his name is.
But what were you saying about Floyd, that he always had one up on someone?
Yeah, I'm saying that Floyd is smart. Like, he won't take a fight that, might be that risky. I don't know if he would do it. I don't know. I mean, he's great. And I mean, he's that talented that maybe he could pull it off. Imagine he comes back and he beats this Canelo. Wow. Then he might go down as the greatest ever.
I think he would.
But here's an interesting fact. I heard from Nick today. He comes up with these rumors that...
No, I read it today.
You read it? Oh, okay.
I read it that
if he wins, Canelo wins, which he should, who is he going to fight next?
It's not who he's going to fight. They're saying they're going to offer...
They're going to offer
Errol
Spence
to come up and fight him.
Wow. That's wild.
For like $20 million or something.
Because Spence is not going to get the fight with the smaller guy, Crawford. For whatever reason, it's camps. And
it's politics.
Politics.
For just backstory
Does
sake.
Spence take that? I mean, I gotta say he's gonna take it.
Here's the thing.
He walks around at 155. He's essentially a middleweight.
I don't think that.
And Canelo is probably a blown up middleweight. He did all those juice and all that other stuff. He's a blown up middleweight.
I don't think that fight is that much of a risk for Errol Spence.
No, it's not.
Now here's the thing. Canelo is not.
Could he win?
Yes,
could he win?
Yes, he could.
Wow.
I think he could.
Wow. If he I mean, if he fights Canelo and he beats this Canelo,
I don't think anybody at 47 would want to fuck with him.
Nobody's going to want to fuck with him. I mean, then he's the man. That's the fight to make. Actually, now, when I'm hearing that's the fight I want to see. I mean, there's all these other guys and Pacquiao still fighting all these guys.
Here's the problem with Spence. He'll smoke anyone in that division right now. The only guy who I think would really give him serious competition or actually may beat him is Crawford.
Canelo? Oh, Crawford?
In 47, I think he smokes everybody in 47. He's too big. He's too strong.
I think he's still too big for Crawford. As great as Crawford is.
And I love Crawford.
He's not going to fight Crawford at 147.
Yeah, he is.
He is?
He fights at 147 now.
Oh, okay.
The thing is like...
It's the Sauvignon Blanc.
That's like that's the fight people want to see, but it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
But if he can get a money grab with Canelo, whether he wins the fight or not,
and if he doesn't get knocked out, it's a win-win. And we don't know how great his chin is, but that's an interesting fight. Canelo Spence. I'm telling you, because there's no Floyd. And rumor has it that Spence is the only guy that really schooled Floyd in the gym.
Yeah, supposedly Floyd kicked him out for the day.
Floyd told him to go home. That's the rumor. So anyway, whatever.
Spence is...
Finish up with baseball.
Some baseball,
I mean, I know boxing. I don't know just baseball. I'm a boxing connoisseur. I go way back. Joe Frazier, Jerry Quarry, Muhammad Ali. Let me tell you, I know my boxing.
You knew Muhammad Ali as Cassius Clay.
As Cassius Clay. Sonny Liston. I was in a movie called... What was the name of that movie?
Phantom Punch with Ving Rhames.
What was it?
Phantom Punch with Ving Rhames.
Find it. I have a good character in it. It's a very low, under the table movie.
Fun movie.
Fun movie. I got a great character. Phantom Punch. One of those movies nobody knows about. Robert Townsend directed, Ving Rhames.
Speaking on baseball,
Good movie.
congrats to your boy, CC Sabathia.
Yes, my man CC. 3,000 strikeouts. Great career. Great guy. A fucking winner. I even did a great podcast with him and Ryan Rucco. Shout out to those guys. I love CC. I've always, the thing about CC, he was dominant pitcher, came back, reinvented himself, a la Andy Pettit, and he's just a winner. What can you say about CC? He's a likable guy, and I'm rooting for him, and I'm glad he finished up his career as a Yankee, and he's probably on his way to the Hall of Fame. There's always going to be debate about that, but I'm a CC believer. I really think he's a game changer. And he's a guy that, you can give him the ball and you can always trust him. He's trustable. Even CC now, you can trust him to be. Even the game last year against the Red Sox, if Gardner catches that ball, a few things happen. Maybe CC, comes out of that game better. But CC's always performed great under pressure. He's a winner. And that's important. To be a Hall of Famer, in my book, you're not only going to have the stats, you also have to be clutch, and you have to be a winner. And CC he's a team guy.
He's the big brother on the team.
He's a big brother. He came back. Listen, he's a competitor. I love him. I always feel like, he's capable of getting it done. So I'm very happy for CC. God bless.
Cheers, CC.
Hello, CC. We salute you. Anyway,
just a thought.
Good road trip. We won 2 out of 3 in Anaheim. Yankees. I'm talking to Yankees.
3 out of 4.
No, we won 2 out of 3 in Anaheim.
It was a 4-game series.
No. Oh, we won 3 out of 4. It's the wine. All right, 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Swept in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Weak teams, but we were 5-1.
Shit luck in Arizona.
5-1, and then Arizona. Well, we won 6, right? 6-3.
I think so.
How'd we go?
I think we won 6-3. We had a good
Listen,
road trip.
6-3.
With a B
Arizona,
squad.
there's some Loicky there from 2001. I was there with that bullshit. I had to drive home in the fucking desert. That place, I don't step foot in that place. Please.
Can we go there?
No. We can't go there. Anyway, how about Luke Voit?
That's your man.
How good has Luke been? He's another guy I want to cuddle up with. I want to squeeze. No, I don't want to cuddle with him. He's too big.
You want to squeeze his arms.
I just want to squeeze his arms. I want to get on his arms and squeeze him. Sanchez killing the ball, too. My crush. Andujar said he might come back tonight. We got a big series with Minnesota, a very surprised team right now, 19-10. Here's a future lineup if we can get Hicks back. Wherever Hicks is, he's probably hitting a golf ball. LeMahieu, Voit, Sanchez, Torres, Andujar maybe coming back. Urshela has been great. What a find. What do? Do we DH? I say we DH Andujar if he can swing the bat. We keep Urshela. He's like Brooks Robinson, and he's been hitting clutch. He's been great. I saw him in Cleveland.
Looks like a ball player.
He is a baseball player. He's a good player. I don't know what happened to Toronto. And you know what? Sometimes a guy gets a chance. He could show what he could do. Hey, look at my sweatshirt. Roots of Fight. Wow. Look at that. Arturo Gotti. And my man, Ward. Right?
Shout out Mark Wahlberg.
Shout out Mark Wahlberg. Great movie, The Fighter. Love this
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Come on, Dickie.
Hey, Dickie.
Quagga.
Hey, Quagga!
That's crazy, this lineup.
I love it. I love the Yankees are at 17-13. Very good right now.
It's crazy that, no Stanton and Judge. I mean, I can go without Stanton, but...
Nah, I need Judge.
You need Judge.
I can live without Stan. No offense.
He went to Notre Dame, so
I like Stan.
I have a hard on.
I need you back on the field. Where are you, Giancarlo? I need you back on the field. I'm tired of these pulled muscles. Why are these guys getting injured? Why? Why is so many injuries? And the umpiring sucks. They can't call a strike. They can't get nothing right. Have you seen the umpiring lately? It is atrocious. A strike is a strike, bro. This isn't a strike. That isn't a strike. Right here is a strike. What the fuck are you looking at? What are you looking at?
The corner. They're looking at the corner.
Yeah, off the corner. That ain't a strike, bro.
Jeez.
You can't even argue. The minute you come out, they throw you out.
It was good for Boone to get in the ump's face.
Good,
though.
I like that Boone is pointing. Good for you, Aaron. Finish up strong. Now that's the end of the show. Go fuck yourselves. I didn't mean that. P.S. We're just trying to find out where Jacoby is. Jacoby Ellsbury. Have you heard about him? Heard of him?
I don't know.
Where is he?
I don't know. I want to get a coffee with him. I want to talk.
Yeah.
I want to. Let's talk. Let's
Call
talk.
me. Call me.
Go ahead.
Also,
Tweet him.
Greg Bird. Where's Greg Bird? He's got another foot. His foot is... You need me to rub your foot, Greg? I'm always available. I could rub your foot. I'd give you a back rub, whatever. You know what I mean?
You could talk to him. You could talk.
I could talk.
Like Habib says.
We talk. We talk. You know, on Twitter. You know? You know? Huh. Fuck Twitter. Greg Bird, yeah. Jacoby, that's like the fugitive.
That guy.
He's the fugitive.
That guy might be living.
There was a show,
life.
The Fugitive, with David Jansen. There was a show, The Fugitive. Missing, MIA. Where the fuck? How do you collect those checks? They must have insurance. I mean, Greg Bird's one story, but Jacoby is on a beach.
Jacoby Ellsbury makes
21.14 million. I'm on the street struggling.
We live good.
Holy shit. Unbelievable. Salute, Jacoby. That's all I can say.
Just have him write you a check. Just a charity check.
We look alike, too. We actually look related, so maybe, you know, I could do your PR. Whatever. Have a nice day, guys. We'll see you next week with a lot of great guests. Great job to Nick.
A lot of surprises next week.
As Lee Syed, as the straight man, Bud Abbott, Abbott Costello, whatever. God bless. Salud.